welcome back. I'm so sorry that I have not posted any more crochet videos in such a while. It's just that at the time of the filming of this one, it is close to Christmas and I've been working really hard on all of my, Christmas craft videos. I did get a request on Facebook to do a beginner's tutorial on the basic granny square. So this is what this video is about. First, you're going to need some worsted weight yarn, a size 5mm hook, a pair of scissors, and some stitch markers. Now, you do not have to use stitch markers, but because the person requesting this video is an absolute beginner and her squares are just not coming out right, I'm going to be using stitch markers, okay? It's just to help you out. So first, you need to get your yarn on your hook, and we're going to make a slip knot to do that. So holding the loose end here, take the yarn that's attached to your skein and wrap it around your fingers like this. Bring it around the back, okay? Tuck it under the loop that's on your fingers and pull it through. Okay, put your hook in. Now we're going to chain 5. And to chain, take your hook and go under your yarn and then back over the top and pull it through. That is 1. Okay? 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we want to join this end of our yarn that's on our hook back to this very first stitch here. And to do that, you're going to go into that stitch, wrap the yarn around your hook, and bring it through, okay? Now you have 2 loops on your hook, and just bring that loop all the way through over to that second loop. And now you have made a loop here, a little loop of chains. Okay, now, because the granny square is made up of double crochets, we need to chain 3 to bring our hook up to the height that we need. So chain 3 now. 1, 2, 3. This will count as your first double crochet. Now into this center loop that you made, I want you to work 2 double crochet. And to do that, just wrap your yarn around like this. Go into the center loop there. Grab your yarn and pull it through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, bring it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and bring it through these 2 loops. That is a double crochet. Okay? Yarn over, go into the center loop. Now you have 3 on your hook. Yarn over, bring it through. Now you have 2. Yarn over, bring it through these 2. And there's another double crochet. Okay? Like I said, this first chain 3 does count as your first double crochet. So now at the beginning of our granny square, what we need is 4 of these little clusters. I'm going to call a set of 3 double crochet a cluster with a chain 1 in between. Okay, so here are your 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Now this is where the stitch markers come in if you want to use them. Okay. The corners on a granny square are the most important. And this is where a lot of people make a mistake, is they either have too many corners or not enough, and they either wind up with like a triangle or a circle. It just doesn't work out. So I just made my chain 1. All I'm going to do is take my stitch marker here, and I'm just going to wrap it around that chain 1. That's all I'm doing. And it's just showing me that's where that chain 1 is. Okay? Oopsie. I got lotion on my hands and everything, so slippery. Like I said, you don't have to do that. Now we're going to make another cluster of double crochet. Let's get our tail out of the way. Okay, yarn over and pull it up for 3 loops. Pull through the first 2, pull through these 2. Okay, there is 1 double crochet, 2, and 3. Okay, that's another cluster. Now let's make a corner. Chain 1. Go into the center again for 3 double crochet. Chain 1. Okay, you see that chain 1 space? Right now I'm going to put another stitch marker in that chain 1 space just to help me know, yes, that is a corner. Okay, we have 1, we have 2, and we have 3. Let's make 1 more cluster. So that's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and 3 double crochet. Okay, now before you get too far, go ahead and take a stitch marker, put it in that chain 1 space just to mark the corner. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4, we have our 4 clusters. You need to chain 1, and now we're back at the beginning. This is our first chain 3, and now you want to join this here to the top of this first chain 3. Okay, and that is that stitch right there. So you want to go into that stitch, yarn over, pull your yarn through that one, and then straight on through the loop on your hook for a slip stitch. Okay, now before we go any further, see, here's our corner here. There's 1, 2, 3 double crochet. This is now our next corner. So go ahead and put a stitch marker into that chain 1 space. Okay, now we are ready for round number 2. Now, all of your rounds, I don't care what number it is, all of your rounds are going to start in a corner space. Okay, now to get over to that corner space, look, you got 2 stitches in the way. So what you want to do is take your hook and go into the top of that first double crochet there, yarn over, pull your yarn through, and then pull it through again. That's a slip stitch. We're just going to slip stitch our way over to this corner. That's all we're doing. Go into that next double crochet, slip stitch like this, and then slip stitch again. Okay, now we're at this corner space, so let's take out our stitch marker. Okay, now on our second row, we're going to be making our square bigger. So in each corner space, you're going to do a double crochet cluster, chain 2, and then another double crochet cluster. Okay, so go into that chain 1 space for a slip stitch. And now we're in position. And remember, we need to chain 3 to get our hook up to the height that we need to make our double crochets. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now make a double crochet into that space. Remember, the chain 3 does count as our first double crochet. So that's 1 and 2. Do another double crochet in that same space. Now we're going to make our new corner. For this one, I'm going to chain 2. I always just chain 1 in the corners of the first round. I don't know why. That's just the way I learn. It's the way I always do it. But from here on out, we're going to be chaining 2 for a corner. Okay, so those are 3 double crochet, chain 2, do 3 more double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Now, you see our new corner right here? Go ahead and put your stitch marker there. Okay. Now, we need to start our new corner in this space here. And to do that, chain 1. Okay. Now, let's work into this chain 1 space. So I'm going to take out this stitch marker. And it's the same as we did right here. We're going to do a double, whoopsie, we're going to do a double crochet, another double crochet, and another one for 3 double crochet. That's our cluster. Chain 2, 1, 2. Now do 3 more double crochet in the same space. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and there is our new corner. So go ahead and put your stitch marker in that new corner space, just to remind you. Okay, now we're going to go to this next space here. You're going to chain 1. Let's remove this stitch marker. Now we're going to do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 more double crochet. Just like that. Okay, and that is your new corner. And it's that simple. That's all that you do all the way around for as big as you want to make your square. Okay, so I'm going to get to the end here with y'all. Let's take this stitch marker out. Okay, chain 1. Remember, you want to chain 2 in your corner spaces, chain 1 in any space other than a corner, okay? Chain 1. Now let's go in this corner for 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet. 1 and whoa, and 2 and 3. Okay, chain 1. Now, just like we did earlier, you want to join this to the top of your initial chain 3 with a slip stitch. Be right there. Okay, and if you want, go ahead and put your stitch marker back into this corner. Okay, now see, 1, 2. This is your second row. Okay, now to get back over here, remember, do your slip stitches until you get back over here. And now we're just going to do the same thing, slip stitching into the chain 2 space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then once again you're going to make your 3 double crochet cluster, chain 2, a 3 double crochet cluster. Okay, I'm going to take this out and I'm going to work with you to the center and show you what to do when we get to that next chain 1 space. 2 and 3. Okay, see, now that you've made your new corner, chain 1. Now you're at this chain 1 space in the middle of the side of your granny square. So into that space you're going to do 3 double crochet. Whoopsie. Do 3 double crochet just like that. Okay, chain 1. Now you're back to this next corner and you're going to do the same thing all over again. 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet to make your corner, chain 1, 3 double crochet here, chain 1, and then make your next corner. And that's all that you're doing. You are doing the same thing over and over and over until your square is as big as you want it. Now I'm going to finish my square. I'm going to pause the video and I'll show you how to finish it off. Alrighty, and I just noticed I had some glue stuck to my finger, so who knows how long that had been on there. Look, I got glue and glitter and stuff all over me, but it's okay because I've been crafty. Alright, so let's say that your square is as big as you want it, and you went ahead and slip stitched to the top of that initial chain 3. What you want to do is you can make 1 chain, cut your yarn, and then pull it all the way through, and that will be finishing off your square. But let's say that you want to change colors. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, once you have slip stitched to the top of your chain 3 here, go ahead and slip stitch until we get to this chain 2 corner space over here. Okay, so put your hook in there, make a slip stitch, hook in there, slip stitch. Put your hook into that chain 2 space, but don't pick up the yarn that you've been working with. Pick up your new color, pull it through, and then pull it all the way through. And that is how you change your color. Then do your chain 3, and then just continue working just like you have been. Okay, with your 3 double crochets and your chain 2. Okay, and once you tie off your ends here and work them away, it'll be much neater looking, but that is how you would change colors. So I hope that this video was helpful to you. It's been one of my most requested ones. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. So if you would, please click that subscribe button. Check me out on my website and on Facebook. The links to both of those are in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye.